Yes. Okay, so I have taught you yesterday some of the reading definition, about reading definition and reading types. Why do we read? Some myths of reading, and what is about thinking, metacognition, cognition. Do you know what is metacognition? No, maybe you don't know metacognition, but you are acquainted with some of the skills or strategies, right? These are the some of the reading skills. What are the reading skills? Let us look at them. Please let us look at them for a few seconds. Okay, so what is readability? Can anyone tell me? Yesterday I taught about readability. Anyone? Do you remember what was readability? Anyone? Readability, roll number 15. Roll number 15.
Yes, ma'am.
What is readability?
Uh,
Readability.
Readability means to read correctly.
Okay, there should be some abilities from a reader to be an effective reader. Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. There are, before going to these strategies, there is a term metacognition. Metacognition. This is related to the strategies. This is related to strategies. How? Metacognition is thinking about how you think. Read the line. Thinking about how you think. Now, what does this mean? Do you think when you read? If you read something, okay, for example, newspaper, if you read something, do you think, or do you think, and whenever you read anything, just tell me, do you think or not?
We think.
Okay, you think. Very good. Uh, what do you think about the topic? You think, but before starting to read, do you think that I have to think?
No, ma'am.
No.
Okay, no. Before starting reading, do you think that I have to think in this way when I am going to read? I have to think in that way when I am going to read. I have to take this thinking strategies, or I have to follow those methods or techniques whenever I am going to think. So do you do all this?
No, ma'am.
No, yes. So this is the process what I'm talking about. This is metacognition. We actually don't do metacognition, but we should do this. Metacognition is, I mean, thinking. Cognition means thinking. So metacognition is thinking about how you think. Before you can truly improve your reading skills, you need to understand what happens in good readers' minds while they read. Okay, you may even do these things already. You just don't know it. Okay, I mean, maybe you have already thought about this process or not, but actually you should think whenever you read. That is why metacognition is related to those strategies, because you have to think that yes, I have to follow skimming while I will read. I have to follow scanning while I will read. Okay, I have to follow these strategies while I read. Maybe I have to follow chunking. You remember 7563124? You remember the number?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes,
Okay,
ma'am.
yes, maybe so. When I will read, before reading, it's freehand practice. Before reading, I have to take some strategies. Okay, maybe I'm going to a mission, maybe for an army mission. Okay, any kind of campaign. So before I'm taking the decisions, where should the soldiers come from, where should they attack, where the enemy would be, before the presupposition, you cannot run a mission. So a mission would be successful if you follow those strategies. This is why the strategies are important. The question may be, what are the reading skills, and what is the importance of these reading skills? What is metacognition? These are some of the short questions. What is the importance of using reading skills or strategies? What is metacognition? What is the importance of metacognition? These are some questions. Now, I will start with the number one reading skill, that is called skimming. What is skimming? Skimming is to read quickly, to get the general idea of a passage without trying to decode exactly what each word means. It is very fast reading, very quick reading. And what is the target of this kind of reading? I will have only a summary, only a main idea of a text. We skim a text so as to satisfy a very general curiosity about it, and not to find the answer to particular questions related to it. No, I am not going to read to answer any question. I am not reading to go in depth about the topic. I will skim, I will take just a few minutes or seconds just to know what is the topic, what is the text about, what is the topic, or very kind of superficial knowledge I will gain by the use of skimming. And then also I would just have a glance of the text or the book to get an idea about how the writing is organized. Number one, the purpose of skimming. Look at the third number point. The purpose of skimming of a text is to know how the writing is organized, what is the subject matter, and what kind of writing it is. How it is organized? It is organized maybe in a book. It is organized in a paragraph. It is organized in a comprehension. Okay. It is, what is the subject matter? What kind of writing? Maybe it is a newspaper article. Maybe it is a research paper article. Maybe this is a report. Okay. Maybe this is an academic piece of writing. Blah blah blah. We skim. When we skim, we do not read everything. Number one point is, we do not read everything but try to skip the text. I don't read, I will skip. My target is not to read but to skip. Read the first and last sentences of the paragraphs. If this is only one paragraph, I will read just the first and the last sentence. If this is of several paragraphs, the text, then I will go for the first and last sentences of each paragraph. If we don't understand from the first and last sentence, only then we will go for few words or few sentences, but not every time. Only first and last sentence I will see. Even then I don't understand, then I will proceed on for few more lines. Read the introduction and the summary. Read a few examples until you understand the concepts they're meant to illustrate. So you will read only few examples if you don't, until you don't understand the concept. So skimming is the meaning of skimming is getting the gist. Getting the gist. So what is gist? Gist is the main idea. Now, how to get the main idea? Not stopping. You will not stop. You will just go for the text very fluently and continuously without I mean without any kind of break. Then read the first and last paragraph. Read the topic sentence and read very fast. How to skim? How to skim? You can read the title first. What is the title of the text? What is the subtitle of the text? And then if you can notice any picture or chart or graph, if they are present in any kind of pictures or charts or graphs, okay? If there is any italic words, I mean italicization, if there are bold words, if there are any colorful words, read those lines, read those words. That is catchy. Those are catchies. I mean catchy words or catchy lines. And see, look at the screen, the red lines. This is a text of one page, a text about I don't know about what the topic. I don't know the topic, but what I will do, I will just go for the whole text, just zigzag way. Look over your eyes on the red lines, okay, from the very first, and then go at that point, left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. Okay, this is a very rapid eye over the text. You have to read more in the less time and get the main idea and take an overall impression. Okay, just an overall impression. Oh, if you look at a book, okay, if you look at a book, then what did you do? The text, it was about text. The previous picture was about a text. But if you have to skim a book, then would you like to read the whole book? No. If you are skimming, then you have to do, I mean, if you have to do a survey about the table of content, the title page, the interaction, the index, the summary illustrations, the chapter headings, the author biography, the copyright date, the price, the any kind of other information that I want to search in a book. Okay, before going to the main topics or before going to the main chapters or units, I will just make a scheme about this topic so that I can understand that this book is about this, and these are the topics, these are the points that are present in a book. For example, whenever you read a book, what would you do at the very first look? At the very first, you just go buy the book, bring it to your home, and you start reading. From turning the first page, you start reading the main unit. Do you do so? You start reading the whole, I mean, without reading anything or without looking at the front page, last page, the color, the size, and the title page, summary, copyright notice, blah blah blah, who is the author biography. Without reading this, do you go directly to the chapters?
No,
No.
ma'am.
No, ma'am.
Okay, so what you do, that is actually skimming. So there are three stages in skimming. Number one is pre-reading stage. In the pre-reading stage, we do just simply previewing an accurate picture. We see or we preview some pictures, some charts or graphs or animations or whatever there is present. In the wild reading, we do quick reading and we get the gist. In the post reading, we review what we have read. Okay, these are some of the examples of skimming. In the magazine, what do we skim? We don't. Maybe there are in a shop, in a newspaper shop. I will go and there are 10 magazines in front of me. Now, which one I will choose? Which one I will choose? I will skim all of them, right? Maybe I will skim three or four according to my choice. I will take three and I will go skim the three of the magazines I will skim, and then I will look for the contents, that what are the topics present in that magazine, and which one is more attractive to me, which one is very more informative to me, or which one is very useful to me. I will look and then I will choose and then I will buy, because I don't have the time to read the three of the magazines or 10 of the magazines before buying. So this is skimming in the magazines or in the newspaper. What you skim in the newspaper, can you tell me what you skim? You go for the whole, I mean, you go for the whole pages of a newspaper in the morning, the full pages, each and every pages, each and every,
Highlighted news.
yes,
Headline.
only the headline, then the highlighted newses, and the first page and the last page. These are the more concerned pages of a newspaper, right?
Yes, ma'am.
Then in the websites, we just skim. Maybe I have searched the topic artificial intelligence. Now there are lots of websites that have come in front of me, but I have to choose which one is more attractive to me, which one I am going through, I'm looking for. Then I will choose some of them among hundreds of websites. So in that cases, I have to skim. in any kind of recipe, invitation, any kind of pleasure books, maybe novel. In a novel, I can skim and look what is written in the whole novel. So yeah, these are some of the things that we skim. um mm, mm, let us go to the next slide and look what are the advantages and disadvantages of skimming. Advantages are it saves your time, it gives you main idea, the general overview. It is more interested. I mean, you will get more interested in in this kind of skimming, or in skimming practice. You can read 100 words or 1,000 words in a very short moment, but it is superficial. The disadvantages are it is superficial. It does not tell you all the details. It is not or never enough to pass the exam. You will pass, maybe you will pass, but you will not acquire good marks. And readers has to go back and read the entire passage to understand. Okay, you cannot answer the question if you do not go for the whole paragraph or the whole text. Are you clear about skimming?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Then we will look for scanning. What is actually scanning? Scanning is to search for any particular information. What kind of information? Um, Maybe it is a phone number. Maybe it is a small ad in a newspaper. Maybe it is a map. Maybe it is a word in a dictionary. Maybe it is a catalog in a web page, or any kind of specific information. So in scanning, what I will do, look. I will look for a particular information, a particular word, and I will read more rapidly rather than skimming. Scanning is faster than skimming. Skimming, we read the lines, but scanning, we read the particular word. Scanning is useful when studying or looking to find specific information from a book or article quickly, as there is not always time to read every word. Okay, now maybe I am searching for a word abandon. Okay, or maybe I am searching for a word restoration. So restoration it starts with R. Now you are going to start with the words with R. You are not going for A, B, C, D, E, F. Okay. Maybe there are 3,000 words in a dictionary, but will you look for each and every word? No. We will look for only R. Then R, not R A, R E, RE. We are directly going to RE, then S. So in alphabetically, I will look for the only one word, that is restoration, lefting the 2,900 words. Okay. So I will not go for those words. I will look only for one word. If I am searching a phone number, okay, I'm searching a phone number of one of my colleague. What I will do, I will go for the name of that person. So I will search for by name alphabetically, or by department, or by designation. I can search for and go for that person without looking to others, right? These are the keywords. In the scanning, we find for some keywords. We look for some keywords. What are the keywords? The keywords are particular name, particular number, particular program, particular date. These are some of the keywords. So definitely what you have to do, you have to at first find the keyword. Remember, the steps of scanning are, search for keyword, what you are looking for. If you do not know what you are looking for, then how you are going to search that thing if you don't know what to search for. Then move quickly over the page, and then less reading and more searching. So there is another difference between skimming and scanning. skimming is less reading and more skipping, whereas scanning is less reading and more searching. You have to locate, you have to navigate. Okay, maybe you are wandered in a voice, in a ship voice, you are wandered on the sea, and you don't know where to go. Now you will be looking for what you will be looking for, maybe কি খোঁজা যায় বলো তো, হারিয়ে গেলে সমুদ্র কি খুঁজো? মেবি আ টর্চ বিয়ারার, মেবি আ লাইট, যেটা খুঁজে তোমাকে দিশা দিবে, রাইট? এমন কিছু তো তুমি এখানে গিয়ে হারিয়ে গেলে খুঁজবে, তাই নয় কি? তখন কিন্তু পুরো সমুদ্রে কি তাকাবে, পানি আছে কত সেটা দেখবে না, দেখবে যে তোমার নজরটা কিন্তু থাকবে কোথায় একটা আলো দেখা যাচ্ছে, সেই দিকে তোমার নজর থাকবে। যেমন মনে করো তোমার you have lost something in the classroom, you will not look for the eyes of your friends or the faces of your classmates, you will go for that thing only what is lost in the classroom. Yeah. Now, this is the difference between skimming and scanning. Look at the picture, and I mean the skimming picture was left, right, left, right, left, right, left, right. And look at the scanning. These are very zigzag and there is no pattern. There is no pattern where you will look at first, where you will go look at last. Okay. It is very random kind of looking. You can go here, you can look there, you can start with the beginning of a text, or you can start with the middle of a text, or you can look at anywhere in the third paragraph or in the second line or in the first paragraph, anywhere you can look, go back, right, forward, move, left, wrong, left, right, anything. Okay, now while scanning, again you can look for table of content. In case of books, copyright date, index, illustration, the same things that you look for the skimming. Now these are some of the examples I have already talked about. In the telephone number, what do we scan? In the newspaper, okay, in the newspaper, what do we scan? Maybe the headline is Joe Biden has won the election. Yes, Joe Biden, the president of USA. Okay, now your skimming is done. Your skimming is done because you know Joe Biden has won. But what is about the scanning? If you have to scan, now you have to go for specific information. Now, what kind of keywords you may be looking for? You may be looking for date, when the election has happened. So you are going to search the date. You may be looking for the number of the votes, how many votes was cast, or how many votes he got, right? So these are some of the specific information. Maybe a murder, maybe someone is murdered. Now, what is the information that you can go for in scanning? What is the name of the person? Where does he live? Okay, so when did it happen? How many people were killed? Where was the accident, I mean incident, where was the incident happening, this kind of information. And very important one, recipe and ticket. In the recipe, you can be scanning for what are the ingredients that you have or you don't have, you have to buy or you have to prepare. And in a ticket, what you scan, maybe you scan the seat number, in a seat number, and your date, and the departure time, number, seat number, and the date. And look, the last one, maybe a invitation card, an invitation, a wedding ceremony. What you will be looking for in a wedding ceremony, marriage ceremony, invitation card. What is the scanning point?
Date and yes, sir.
Name.
Date,
Date and
place,
place
Name.
and
name. Name is not important to us because we just look for the venue and the
And date.
time. Yes, date, venue, time, because we will be hungry and we will be eating, we will be enjoying the feast. Who is married to whom, we don't get bothered, isn't it? Just a joke. Now these are how to scan. You read yourself how to scan. I have already talked about these things. Let us now practice. What is scanning? You know already now. This is a practice. Be attentive, careful, and look for an information. There will be a paragraph um, about a report. How many European countries are in the first report? There will be a report. In that report, you will have to find this question, the answer of this question. How many European countries? This is your question. Now, the first step of scanning is looking for keyword. The question is how many European countries? How many? How many? What would be your keyword? What you will be looking for? You will be
Number.
looking for a number.
Number.
Definitely. Thank you. You will be looking for a number. Then very first go over the text and look over and search the word, the number. Do not look at the answer. The answer is written in the last. Do not look at the answer, but search in the paragraph and tell me. I would appreciate whoever answers first. Okay, this is a competition. Let me check who is the best scanner among you. So I am going to represent the text, and very fast you have to scan and tell me how many European countries are there. Start.
19.
Who said?
19.
Who
19.
said?
BT.
Yes,
Roll number. First, who said first at first?
001.
001. In which line it is?
The last line.
No, you are wrong.
19 European countries.
Which line it is?
Ma'am, 19.
Six.
Sixth line.
Line.
Sixth.
Okay,
Nineteen.
in the sixth line in the text, the sixth line, the answer
19.
is in the sixth line. I told you not to look at the last line because this is answer. You are looking last line and you are answering from there. This is the answer. This is not the text. Okay, whoever have answered, thank you. But the answer is 19. And what you are not good scanner, quite slow scanner. I in any department I just got within 1 or 2 seconds. So what is the strategy? You will not look for each and every line. You will just go through and you will find the number, where the number is, where is a word that belongs to a number kind of word, right? Okay, thank you very much for your good efforts.
ম্যাডাম ইয়াসিন তো চোরামি করছে ও বা
যে লাস্টের লাইন দেখে বলেছে ওবাদ।
হ্যাঁ
Okay, so scheme is to understand the general idea. Scan is to search for specific words. This is a question. What is the difference between scheming and scanning? This is a question important for your examination. What is the difference between scheming and scanning? And there are some basic objectives among the two. These are very common objectives. The common objectives between scheming and scanning, these are the similarities. These are the similarities, and there are some dissimilarities also. You will have to answer both of them. What are the difference? Then tell me the similarities and differences also. The benefits. Okay. We will be going for the next 2 or 3 skills. The most important one are inferring and predicting. Please look at inferring and predicting for the next class. I will have to stop here because I have a class with another department. So I have given the slide to Sadman. You please provide to them. And who are absent today? Sadman.
ম্যাডাম ম্যাডাম 03 অ্যাবসেন্ট তারপরে হচ্ছে 27 অ্যাবসেন্ট আর 10 অ্যাবসেন্ট তিনজন অ্যাবসেন্ট আছে
Okay, have you taken the notes?
Yes.
The attendance.
Yes.
where is
Ma'am,
your attendance?
ম্যাম আমি অ্যাটেন্ডেন্স লিস্টটা পাঠিয়ে দিছি।
Fariha, attendance
হ্যাঁ।
list. I got the attendance list, but I need only the absent one who are absent. Okay. And maintain the attendance sheet. Fariha, this should be in a paper in one of your book or khata. Take anyone, particularly for me, and every day ওখানে তুমি অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সটা দিবে। এটা একটা লিস্ট করে ফেলো, একটা চার্ট করে ফেলো। এটা দুজনই করবে, আমি দুজনকে মেনটেন করতে বলছি, সাকিব এবং ফারিহা দুজনই করবে। তোমার আগের দিনেরটা আছে সাদমান, সাকিব?
জি ম্যাডাম, আগেরটাও আছে।
হ্যাঁ, একটা পেজের মধ্যে মিনিমাম মনে করো 10 থেকে 15টা ক্লাস একসাথে ইজিলি করা যাবে, এরকম একটা পেজ নিবে। বুঝতে পারছো কি ফারিহা এবং সাদমান?
জি
এবং দুজনের অ্যাটেন্ডেন্সে কিন্তু মিল থাকতে হবে।
ওকে ম্যাডাম, ওকে ওকে।
প্রেজেন্ট কি অ্যাবসেন্ট এটা কিন্তু ক্রস চেক করা হবে। আর তুমি ওই খাতায় দিবে ফারিহা, তুমি ওই খাতাটা ইমেজ আমাকে পরে পাঠাবে, ঠিক আছে?
ওকে ম্যাম।
খাতায় লিখে ইমেজ পাঠাবে যেইভাবে তুমি সাজিয়েছো, দেন আমি ওটাকে যা বলার বলবো। ঠিক আছে, তাহলে আজকের মতো ক্লাস এখানে শেষ, নেক্সট আবার দেখা হবে। হ্যাঁ,
ওকে।
ওকে, আল্লাহ হাফেজ।